Well, here I am to talk about the new movie Supergirl. I am just back from the cinema and it is sweltering outside. It's the 25th of June right now, and it's definitely the hottest day of the year. Is it the hottest day on record? Could be. My car told me it was 34 degrees, so yeah, it's red sun hot for sure. Is Supergirl worth watching? Well, let me tell you. Yeah, so Supergirl, it's one of those movies that I went and watched some reviews for. Now I don't really watch too many reviewers. I watch three in particular. One's more of a pundit than a reviewer, but he reviews the movies. And he did his out of the cinema reaction. That's one of the new things now trending, which is cool. I like it. And the other two reviewers, and none of them liked it. They said, it was not terrible, but not a good movie. So I went in with very low expectations, and I told my daughter on the way in, 'cause she was excited to see it, that just maybe not, don't have high expectations. I heard it's not good. Went into the cinema. It's a Thursday afternoon. Didn't expect too many there, but there was, maybe there was 30 people, 30-ish. And it seemed like majority of them were young girls, which was awesome to see. Everybody needs their superheroes, and I thought that was kind of cool. I'm all about that. I love to see it. I love to see representation on the big screen, and especially in the comic book world. So I was all excited to see it. Well, I say I was all excited, but I had very low expectations at the same time. I was like, oh, it's probably not going to be good, but I don't mind. It was compared by one of the reviewers to Iron Man 2, which, I'm like, the MCU is my favorite thing. And I know that Iron Man 2 is not beloved with the comic book movie people, but I like it. I'm also somebody that, 2 or 3 might be stretching it a bit, but I do like it. I like Thor 2, The Dark World, yes. And I'm okay with it. If I'm watching the whole series start to finish, I'll still watch it. I don't think it's the worst movie ever made, but it's one of those so-so movies in the collection of the MCU, right? It's not a better comparison. It's not Iron Man 1. It's more like Iron Man 2. And that's what this movie is. It's more like Iron Man 2 than it is Iron Man 1. But I don't expect Iron Man 1 in the world of DC right now. Simply and solely, you can never kind of capture that magic. We're a long time in the genre now, and you're not going to get too many Iron Man 1s or Avenger 1 or Winter Soldier, just because we've seen it all before. So it's a little hard. I went in with low expectations, not expecting any of that. I wasn't expecting that even from Superman, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And that's the start, obviously, of the new DC universe. And this is the second movie. We're going to have Lanterns, I think, later this year, and then Superman 2 next year, and Clayface this year. I'm excited to see Clayface, but I'm not well up on the DC side of things. I don't think Clayface is in this universe. I could be mistaken. I feel like he's in the Batman universe. But okay, let's get on with Supergirl. I thought it was a very enjoyable movie. Again, low expectations. It's I suppose most movies are okay in that world, but I thought it was good. I thoroughly enjoyed Supergirl herself. Milly Alcock, is that her name? I'm almost sure that's her name, and she was very good. Maybe I love the character more than I love the movie, but the movie still had its fun in it, and its good times and its action and some comedy. Wasn't too much comedy, which was nice. I don't want too much of it, and it was good. It all worked for me. Lobo was amazing. I can't wait to see Lobo in other DC movies. I think Jason Momoa killed it. He was born for that. I know he's all excited about playing that character. That's the character he originally wanted to play before he got cast as Aquaman. So you can see it. He just loves it. I mean, it suits him to the ground. And yeah, there's a young girl in it, and she's with Supergirl. That's the adventure part, and that's how the story really takes place. Is that girl is the one that kind of kicks it off. Crypto's not in it very much, but he was good when he was in it. There also was Superman scenes in this, which was great to see. I love that we got little snippets of Superman in it. It keeps things rolling in the DC universe now. Just Superman's there, and we get to see him here and there. We don't have to wait too long. We're going to get to see him next year. So that was really cool. There was some flashback scenes, which usually I don't like. I don't like in movies or TV shows going backwards and flashbacks too much. I sometimes think they're a waste of time, or it's something that could be done within the scene itself. You don't have to go back and do a whole thing, But this was really good because it gives you a glimpse of how Kara was there and what her mindset was and what she went through and how she's different than Clark. Okay, so and at the very end, there's something that happens that will tell you how she's different than Clark. And I really liked that. And I think going forward in the DC universe that she'll be interesting. She'll be an interesting character, even maybe more so than Superman. I found her a little more interesting, but she's meant to be different. Superman is the good guy. He's the guy we'd all want to aspire to be. And Supergirl is a little more us, I guess, a little more human in ways. So is it worth watching? Is it worth going to see? I think yes. I think I'm on the fence about, really pushing it for people to go see. I would love for it to do well. I don't know if it will. Will it be a failure like Masters of the Universe? And I only say failure in the sense of the box office. I went to see Masters of the Universe today, so I really like the movie. I really like this movie. I think it's very rewatchable. I can imagine in 10 years' time when I'm sitting down to hopefully watch DC movies, starting at Superman, working my way, that I wouldn't skip this movie. No way. It's really good to just sit and watch. But it's not your Iron Man 1. It's not the most complex story. The bad guy is so generic. And I think maybe if they had done a story where the bad guy was a little more interesting, the villain wasn't just this stereotypical boring villain that just throw away kind of thing. I think that sometimes in movies that's where they fall short. They don't do that. At the same time, it's okay because this is Supergirl's movie, and you don't, I suppose, want to give too much time to the villain. You could do that in the next one. The next movie could focus a little more on the villain and a little less on Supergirl, but we need to see her more than anything. So I'm okay with it. Sorry, I'm rambling on a little bit. I don't want to go too long with these reviews. These reviews are simply, they're not the in-depth reviews that maybe some of the reviewers I watch do. They're all very technical about everything. They know everything about who's working on it, but behind the scenes, this, that, and the other. And I prefer to come at these things with just a regular person. I love movies. I wouldn't call myself a cinephile because I think it's almost like you have to study the thing to be that. And I just want to enjoy it. And so my reviews come from a place of an ordinary person wants to go see a movie. Maybe they like comic book movies, but they're not in the weeds with it. They just, is it worth going seeing? Is this one worth skipping? Whatever movie it is, Is it worth going? I will say this, okay. If you haven't seen a movie in a couple of weeks and you're going this weekend, out of the movies that are in the cinema, you will, I think Disclosure Day is better. I think if you're looking for goofy fun, a bit of goofy, just humor and fun, Master of the Universe is better. But if you want that superhero kick of a decent movie, great character, some humor, some good action, some laser eye beams. I mean, that's awesome. Yeah, Supergirl is worth watching. If you skip it, definitely stream it. Don't completely skip it. I won't recommend at the highest level for you to go see this one, but again, I think you should go to the cinema and watch something. Go support it. Popcorn, Coke, get in your seat, and leave the worries of the world behind. And go do that. But if you do skip it in the cinema, go see it on streaming. It's still worth a watch. And I'll see you all next time.